How's it? Classy J here. This is just a quick intro. I'll try not to speak too long. This intro is just for what the videos that follow. Replacement of the clutch master cylinder and then of the clutch pedal springs. I will try to cover as much information as I can in those clips, both verbally and visually. If there is something that I maybe skipped across or you're not too sure that you need a bit more assistance of, then please just comment them down and I'll go through them and see if I can assist you as far as I can. Removal and installation of the pedal assemblies can be quite tricky and will take the most of your time. I've did it a few times, so the last time I did it, it took me about 5 minutes to remove it and less than 5 minutes to put it back in, because I got the knack of how to maneuver the pedal to get it to swing out and things, which I also will explain in the clip that follow as well. It is a bit tricky, so you can bank on a full day maybe. So best bet is to do it over a weekend, so that you don't have to be anywhere the next day, or you need to be at work or anything like that. So when you're off for about 2 days or so, that's the best time to go for it. Without further delay, here are those clips.
Before you start this, drain your reservoir. I'm not too sure if you will be able to see inside there, but as you can see there, it is quite empty. So yeah, drain your reservoir as empty as you can, because once you release these two pipings, these two connections, whatever fluid is left in your reservoir is all going to come out and drain all over the place, hence the rag. So this is your master cylinder. As you can see, that is what it looks like. So where that connector is, that housing clips into here, that connector clips into here, and then that's your top hose, which is the one with the gray tab, and then as I mentioned before, that bottom one that's got a metal clip. Let me just pull this out here. So as you can see, there's this metal ring. So by the rotation, this clip would need to be pulled from the bottom. As you can see, pulled from the bottom. So that is how you disconnect that hose from there, is by pulling this clip. So you push this entire mechanism in. That gray tab comes back, so you push it in and you pull it out. It's very confusing, but yes, do that. And then that metal ring, that metal clip, I just used two tiny flat-end screwdrivers, one in each side, because it's a bit difficult to get it through the pipes, to get something underneath the pipes to get to that ring at the bottom. So I just used two small flat-end screwdrivers. You can even perhaps try if you can get in a needle nose pliers or something, just to grab the two pins on the side, push it all the way down, and then this hard line pipe, you just pull it out. Now you can go back inside and then begin the fun part. Okay, so this is just a matter of pushing, and there we go, that one is out. As I mentioned, sorry for that, twist and out comes the sensor. Yeah, and you got this cable in the way. The next one, however, is a bit more tricky. Yeah, just shove your finger in there, and there we go. So as you can see, there's that tab where that sensor goes into. You just need to pull that tab and that sensor flies off. So now guys, I will be loosening these bolts. Obviously I don't think I need to show you guys how to loosen bolts. That one, that one, that one, and that one all the way on top. Seeing that while I still have the warmth and strength in my hands, lose that one first, and then loosen this one, and that one, and that one, and then I'll show you again how to remove the pedal. Okay, so I got the pedal out. Well, this being the third or fourth time me removing my pedal, I became quite good at it. It took me less than 5 minutes.
So yeah, so basically the pedal is in like that. So as you can see, push it down all the way to the back. Depress the clutch as far as you can. It makes it a lot easier. So this is, as you can see where that notch is, this gap over here. So what it is you pull this thing towards you till it comes off the studs, and then you push it up as far as you can. Then this notch over here, where your dashboard support beam is, that is where that notch, this notch over here, actually slides around that beam, giving space for this cylinder to get out of the firewall. And then you give it a twist, and then you just pull it towards you and just jimmy it out, and eventually it will come out like that. So it's in the wall, you pull it off, lift up, twist, and just get that clear of the firewall, and then the rest you just jimmy it out and it will pop out like that. This is the one sensor there, the first sensor at the bottom that you remove. Once you remove, you just give it a twist and it pops out. And then the other sensor that I made mention was this one on top here, where it's got this black tab. As you can see, if it's depressed, it's a lot difficult, so you actually need to then release the pedal a little bit. Once the pedal is released, as you can see, it's a lot easier. You get that finger onto that tab, and then you just give it a pull and it pops off. Now, important thing to remember with this sensor, you need to plug it back in before you reinstall the assembly. It is going to be extremely difficult to try and put this back in when you can't see what you're doing. Trust me, I know, I've struggled with this. It's not a fun thing, so best put this back before you reinstall your pedal assembly.
I've replaced now the master cylinder, put the pedal back in as just the reversal of how you removed it. Yeah, with keeping the pedal depressed, and you just slide it back in like that. And then with regards to this over here, what I did is I didn't tighten down the assembly, still have it loose, so that it gives you more play with this thing, so you can get it properly aligned. Because if it's not aligned, then as what happened with my one previously, it started to leak from here because I don't think it was aligned or sealed properly. Yeah, you need this grommet, this piece of rubber over here. So your new cylinders do not come with this. This attaches, not too sure if you can see, on that metal point over there, it attaches on there, that goes inside the cylinder on the slave end. So it attaches on that peg over there. Do you put this rubber grommet onto there to act as a seal? So remember, especially when removing yours, most of the time it will get stuck inside the cylinder itself. So when you pull out this tube connector, this grommet doesn't come with it. It will get stuck inside here, which is fine. But this is most important, do not lose this. As I am not sure if you can get this alone from the dealership. Not too sure if you can get this alone when ordering parts. So yes, please do not lose this. Yes, it goes onto here, seals onto there. So why I left this whole housing loose is because this is a solid pipe. Yeah, as you can see, it's a solid pipe, so there's not a lot of play. Doesn't give you a lot of movement to seat in there. So that is why I left this loose, so that I can push the cylinder forward and bring this back, giving it enough play for me to insert this and to hopefully make a proper seal to prevent it from leaking again. Okay, so there, as you can see, I put it back in, pop the clip up and push. This is simple, you just push it in and it clips in. Yeah, just push it in and pedal installed. As you can see on this, there is a slight notch at the bottom on the one sensor that goes in over there, and as you can see, there's a slight groove over there as well. So the thing is to match that groove with that over there. But before installing this thing over here, best is to first insert this orange clip back into that sensor on top. As you can see, if this goes in there, you don't have much space. So I'm just going to install that clip and then I will pop this in. Okay, so I'm going to put this clip in. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. That is in over there. Once you pop it in, just give it a twist. There we go. Then take this cable and plug it in, and there we go. Pedal assembly and all connections are good to go. Now fold the reservoir and then you can begin bleeding your clutch, and that's it. There you go.